changes.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the channel. It's July 5th, 2021, Monday. It's a holiday. There's no shipping today, so hopefully none of you tried to go to the post office. If you did, sorry about that. Last night was the 4th. I hope you guys had a safe, fun 4th of July. What did you do for the 4th of July? Did you actually go out? Did you celebrate with fireworks? Did you maybe stay in the backyard and shoot them off? We did a little bit of both. We went to, of course, those of you that are not new here, we have a lagoon outside of our neighborhood, well, inside our neighborhood, but just outside our street. And we went there for the first half of the night. We had some food, a couple drinks. My parents actually came by, ride the golf cart up there, hang out. They did fireworks at like 9 o'clock, I think it was, 8:45 or 9. And then we came back after that, 15, 20 minutes later after they were done, drove back into the neighborhood, and a few of our actual direct neighbors right across the street, they did some fireworks out in the backyard. Which their backyard points to the rest of the neighborhood. So I know the rest of the neighborhood was kind of watching, but a ton of our neighbors shot off a lot of stuff. So it was a good night, it was fun. So anyways, I wanted to update you guys since we're into July now. We've been kind of tracking this journey to us being able to do 10,000 in gross sales on eBay and how long it's gonna take. Long story short, the big recap, we shut our store down for almost 6 months, so it's gonna take some work to get it back up and running. We listed a few items at the end of May, just sold a couple items, 3 or 4 items, and then we officially started the store back up on June 2nd, I think it was. Might have been the 1st, but it was right at the first 2 days of June. We're now a month later, it's July 5th, so a month and a couple days later, and we have done in the last 30 days, we're up around $1,400 or $1,500. I'll show you guys on the screenshot in a second. $1,400 or $1,500 for the first official month. So that's the first day or 2 of June through the 3rd of July, 4th of July. So we've done about $1,400 or $1,500. So not a bad first 30 days, not where I would have liked to be. We did have a lot of stuff, obviously moving in and settling into the house the first 2 weeks of June. Getting furniture and all this stuff delivered nonstop, taking care of our HOA and our CDD, getting ourselves registered. So there's been just a lot of stuff. We're finally, I think, able this month to just lock and load and just sit and list. This whole bag is full of higher end ties, Gucci, Donald Trump, Salvatore Ferragamo, Michael Kors, a Coach ties in here, 10 or 15 Disney ties. So I probably got like 200 ties in this bag. So just alone in there is a couple $1,000s worth of ties. So starting to list that. We also still have about 200 pair of Levi jeans and other jeans. They're actually over in a few boxes in the corner over there that we're gonna be working on. We just got our inventory situated. I'll show you that in a second. So hopefully the goal for July, this entire month of July, when I pull up the July sales, 2,500 to 3,000. I told you guys month 1 to month 2, from the first 30 days, I wanted to get close to 2 grand, a little short because we got distracted. But in the next 30 days, I wanted to be at least at 3 to 3,500. I'd love to get to 4 grand. And then month 3, 90 days, if we can get over 6, that would be fabulous. But we built the store up about 500 and change in listings. And so you guys will continue to follow the journey. Let me show you the inventory setup. We're almost done. And then I'll go and show you what sold for the last month. So excuse the garage, it's still a mess. We haven't got a chance to completely finish getting it together. So anyways, we just have a lot of trash, couple bags of inventory here and our lawnmower and whatnot. So this will all get cleaned up, trash will go away. This is an overhead inventory storage, which is gonna go up in the corner. And then we'll be able to put all of our personal goods up in there. And so this will all be cleared out. And then we have a second car, an SUV. We'll be able to park that one in here and move my car over a little bit. So that'll be that part of the garage. So basically our inventory behind me, the first shelf is Kate's stuff. That shelf belongs to my fiance, Kate. That's her props. She's a photographer, so she has a lot of little props. The second shelf, that one right there, is inventory we don't have listed. There's electronics and different things I'll show you. This shelf is not listed. This third one, the top shelf on that unit is listed. That shelf is not listed, and that shelf is not listed. All of those are what we've been able to get up to 500 pieces. So let me walk you over there and show you. Okay, so obviously the golf cart sits in here. The overhead storage will be behind it. It'll hang down from there. And this is all of our personal stuff. I do still have some scrubs I'm gonna box sale, but this is all our personal stuff. This is like Christmas tree, Halloween decorations, a bunch of that stuff. So that'll all go up there in the overhead. So that'll be clear. I'm gonna box sell these scrubs and that'll clear out those 4 bins. That's another one of Kate's little props. Box of remotes, which is going out of here. And then the chair is her prop, and that's some shipping supplies we're gonna put in the closet. Our mannequins, which are for sale. And then these boxes, this shop vac can probably go behind the golf cart. And then this is more inventory that we don't have listed yet. So these boxes are inventory not listed. All this not listed, only that little bit right there is listed. Everything else not listed. Everything here is listed, right? That's why it's labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, so and so and so forth, right? So what's gonna happen is got a couple boxes inside that we're gonna list in the house, and then we're gonna get all this listed. So our plan is to have this whole floor clear, right? Once I sell all that, get the overhead storage up, get it all up there, this floor will be clear, right? And we'll finish listing what we have here in a couple weeks. So the whole floor will be clear. The 2 cars will be over here. And then every day we can come out here and we can pull some bins of unlisted stuff. There's probably 2,000 or 3,000 pieces of merchandise here. We can pull these bins of unlisted stuff down, get them listed, and then put them back in the proper bins so that this entire shelving unit is all of our listed inventory. And this is all clear. Now I've got another 2,000 or 3,000 pieces at the warehouse that I rent a space out of. And we will drive there and then fill this square back up until, you know, we can get it listed and put back in bins so that we can do that. Now the problem is we got about 5,000 to 6,000 pieces. All these bins, my best estimate is that we can only hold 3. So I'm gonna have 2,000 pieces of inventory down here on the floor or at the warehouse as we bring them back and forth because we don't want to overload the house. The problem is, let's say they were all here and I could snap my fingers and all 2,000 were listed. Where would I put them, right? Where would I put them? Because I don't have any more bin space. Let's say I had the 3,000 up there. Where are the other 2,000 going to go? Well, over the course of time that it takes us to list, obviously we would be selling pieces out of these bins. So we could, you know, certainly fill the bins as they get lower. We could take some of this inventory and fill them in there. That's the problem that I'm at right now, is what to do with all the inventory once all the bin space is full. The only thing I could think of is that I could put a second rack, kind of like in the center here. I could put a rack and fit 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more bins, say 300 or 400 more. Maybe I could put 2 racks and get 600 or 700. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. The other solution is possibly some bins in the corner, but I can't block this area. Once I get all the personal stuff up in the overhead, I have to leave the electric panel and the sprinkler system clear. I can't really block that. And again, I got to unblock the hot water heater once we get this stuff kind of cleared out. So yeah, even with a 3-car garage, it's tough to hold more than about 3,000 pieces of inventory. So once we get above that, I'm gonna have to figure out a solution. And if you guys have any suggestions for how to store more than 3,000 pieces of inventory in this setup, I'm happy to listen. Of course, we could get a storage unit, but that's the problem, because people are like, oh, if it's unlisted, just put it in a storage unit, go get it, list it as you go. But what if it's all listed? What do I do if my store goes over 3,000 or 4,000 pieces? I've never been over 3,000 pieces, actually. I've had 26, 28, and it took up an entire garage. So I'm not really positive what I'm going to do here. We'll figure it out, though. All right, before we jump into the what's sold, I just want to thank our sponsors, List Perfectly, one of the biggest sponsors of our channel. If you haven't checked out List Perfectly yet and you're living under a rock, they help you cross-list your inventory to up to 12 platforms, 13 now, in just minutes. The best cross-listing tool there is. Check them out, linked below. I'll put a demonstration interview video with the owners, Claire and Amanda, below, along with my sign-up link and the discount code ROCKSTARLP. You have to use that link and ROCKSTARLP for List Perfectly. You'll get 30% off your first month. Thank them for their support and for helping us with the channel, and also supporting small sellers in July of 2021. Below, I'm going to link one of my small sellers eBay stores. Please click on it, follow them, and if you don't mind buying an item from them to help them beat the summer slowdown, that would be awesome as well. Today is Trey from Squatty Pig. I'll link the store below, and that is our small seller of the month and of the day, July 5th, 2021. Thank you, Trey, and thank you to all the small sellers I'm supporting this month. Okay, so here's my eBay app. I'm, of course, recording this on an iPad. Just easier to record than the computer, I think. So when you open up your main screen, it defaults to the 90-day total, which is 1610. So we're at July 5th. So if you go back to April 5th, that would be the cutoff to May to June, July. So April 5th is how far this is going back, but we didn't sell anything in April. And like I said, just a couple items in May. So really this is just giving us the June to July. So like this is probably more of like a 40-day total for me. The last 30 days have been around 1,500 and change. So only about 100 or so of that was back in May. Okay, so 74 sold and we're up to 596 active. We actually listed about 50 today. So we only had about 550 and we have 0 and unsold. So if you do our 1610, 83 and you divide that by 74, our average sale price is $21.76, which is about normal for me. And we usually average 50%. So my profit margin is pretty close to about $11 per item. Some much higher, some a little lower. Okay, so we have 5 items to ship right now. We have 583 added recommended item specific. So not required. All of our required are done. Those are just recommended. A lot of them are silly. I would never fill all those in. Not even worth it. So 36 of them need to be promoted. Why? Because that's what we listed just a little while ago. I promoted a few, but 36 more I will promote shortly. And then we have one that's awaiting payment. It's actually been there for a couple of days. And we have 2 drafts left because I need to fix some photos on those. And so that's basically just your main overlay. So currently right now at 1610.83, if you divide that by, like I said, we're only at like 40-day total. So I'll just say 40. We're averaging about $40 a day. And that's almost $15,000 for the year. If I just continued at this pace, I could do $15,000 in sales and make $7,500 profit. But that's literally just our first month. So hopefully, we would do 10 times that amount. So keep scrolling down. You can see I have a premium store, so I have plenty of room. This is how many fixed price listings and stuff that you have left. So then you can go into my solds and you can actually see some of the items. So we've got a Bike Week t-shirt we sold for $15. I think it's something we paid $1 for. A remote that I paid like a quarter for, sold for $19. Then we have a jersey. I paid, $5 or $10 for each of these jerseys when you break it down. $7, $8 is probably the average. So sold for $75. So yeah, we do have a big one that helps the average, but we sell a lot of $15 items and that's what brings down the average. And that's how you end up in that low mid 20s. That's just an express polo. And then we sold a jersey, a Phoenix Suns jersey for $49. And so really good, right? So we have a George Strait country music. So you can see all the t-shirts we sell are like $15, $20. We had a $12 Talbot's, just a little one. A $30 jersey, a $28 Tommy Bahama shirt, a $40 Sting Scorpion shirt. So all of the 20s, 5s, 35s, 40s help keep our average up and all the other stuff is down. Now we did have one canceled order out of all of this. It's just a $10 little dress, but we sold, we sold a tie for $12. Another Tommy Bahama 26. We generally average in the mid 20s for the Tommy Bahamas. One pair of jeans 20. Now that doesn't leave a lot of room because they're almost $8 to ship and $3 in fees, so you're only left with 9. We probably paid $2 or $3 for it, so we made like 6 on those. But keep going down. The Nike hoodie at 20. The Patagonia shirts always do well for us, mid 20s, 25. You can see the polo shirt, bright orange with blue, pretty good, 15 for that. A $20 remote, another $20 pair of jeans. Jeans not selling quite as well. I would like to get 25 out of them, but I did start with some of the lower end ones, so we will get some of the more expensive ones up. An $18 Tommy Bahama, that one because it's plain. If it's not floral and have the graphics on it, you can expect 18 to 20. If it has the graphics and it's floral, you can expect that 25. Now this was also a medium, which hurt it. If this had been an extra large, I could have got the 20 for it. Now, not your daughter's jeans. That came in that lot of bulk jeans. So that one was $24. So that's more like it. I like to get 24, 26. And then any of the ones I can get 34 or even better. And that was a June 21st sale. So then, a couple more ties. The American Eagle jean shorts came out of the bulk lot. I don't mind selling them for $17 because they don't cost $8 to ship. They cost $5 to ship. So we do save $3 to $4 on the jean shorts because they go first class. Some men's swim trunks, and then you can just continue through the rest of ours. A couple more jerseys. So yeah, obviously the bigger expensive items definitely help those numbers, but that's part of the business. You do the good with the bad, the cheap with the expensive. And that's kind of our wrap up of what has sold so far in the last couple weeks of June into the first few days of July. So keep plugging at it. Make sure you're listing plenty of those $15 to $20 items and plenty of the $20 to $30 items, so you can mix it up and you can try to maintain that $20, $21 average. The point is, if you're profiting $11 per item, which I do, you only need to sell 100 items and you're making $1,100. You only need to sell 3 a day and you make $1,100 profit. If you can figure out how to make 9 sales a day, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. 9 items a day, which means over your 90-day total, you'd be selling, 810? Is that 9 times 90? 810 items in a month. You would be making, or over 90 days. So 810 over 90 days would be 8,900 in profit. And so that's pretty much 3,000 a month in profit. If you can figure out how to sell 9 per day, and if you can up the cost of good, or the average sale price and the average profit, you could sell even less and still make that $3,000, $4,000 a month, which is a goal that I hear a lot of people tell me. They want to make $1,000 a week, which is $4,000 a month, or at least something close to that, $3,500, $3,000. And I tell them that's the number. If you're profiting, a flat $10, what you got to sell 300 items for $3,000, and 300 items is 10 per day. And you could get away with it, like I said, if you can get that price up by a few dollars, you could get away with 8 or 9 items a day. So keep plugging away at it. Work one goal at a time, and each month just improve a little bit. If you do 1,500 in sales, do $2,000 next month, do $3,000 the next month, $4,000 the next month, and you'll get it there. Take you 4 or 5 months, 6 months, but you can absolutely make a full-time $40,000, $50,000 a year job out of reselling. And then that's when you start cross-posting and adding platforms and adding streams, and then all of a sudden you double it through all of that stuff. So there is what's sold. June and July 2021 from my eBay store, as we continue to build it and get it back to where we are doing $10,000 a month. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I will do more sales updates as we get towards the end of July. Also, make sure you are supporting our small sellers. It's linked in the description box below. Hit see more, click on them, follow them, and please show them some love if you haven't already checked out their stores. Buy an item, help them beat the summer slowdown. Today, it is Trey of Squatty Pig. I'll link the store below. Go check it out. Over 1,250 items for you to browse through. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time.